In this tutorial, I will show you how you can easily create radial charts in Cavalry. I created a simple rig that you can use to easily create radial charts. And the best part about this is that it's responsive. You can easily customize different properties like the initial chart radius, the stroke size, even the gaps. And as you can see, the whole thing is animated with only 2 keyframes. Let's get started. What we are dealing with is basically a bunch of CSV data going all the way up to roughly 100 data points. So like 95 is our highest data point. So I'm going to import it into our composition. Then we need a few things. We need an ellipse. This will be our basic shape, which we will use to create the whole radial chart. Need a stroke, and let's make it around 20 so you can see it a bit better. The whole effect is controlled with trim property. If I take the end percentage down, then you can see how the whole thing is going to work. So if we plug in the spreadsheet into the end percentage, then hold Option, click on the duplicator, select points and maybe 10 copies. And then if we simply scale down the shape to something like 0.1 to 1, then we have kind of a radial chart. But there are a few problems. The stroke size varies a lot because we're literally scaling not only the shape radius, but the stroke as well. So that's not ideal, and it's a little bit difficult to kind of control the distances between each data point to the next. So that is not the best way to deal with this. So I'm going to delete that, and I will show you how to do it better. We need a few things. I'm going to create a value array. This is going to be our master controller. And I'm going to use this layer to control a number of properties in this composition. So we need to control a few things. I want to be able to control radius size. I need to be able to control, and I want to control the between data points. And finally, I want to be able to control number of data points. So let's say if we start with a radius of 100 and maybe the stroke 20, gap 10, and 5 data points for now. So let's go to the stroke tab, and I need to simply link the stroke width to the width. That's perfect. And go back to the shape itself. So to build this responsive rig, we need to affect the radius before we put this whole shape into a duplicator. So I need to add a JS math layer, and then I'm going to simply plug it into the radius width position and then link it width to height. So for example, if I just scale this up a little bit so you can see better. So whatever happens in this JS math layer will basically translate into our ellipse size. And JS math layer is super useful because we can easily create a number of calculations in one layer. So what we need is a few things. We need to basically know, stroke width, and we need to know gap size as well. And finally, we need something called index context, which will come useful in a second. So as you can see, we are kind of duplicating the same fields in both places. So now let's simply link radius to radius, stroke width to stroke width, gap to gap, and leave index context alone for now. So the way it will work is that we need to define the fields with n and the index number. So in this case, I want to use radius size, and then I want to add stroke itself with gap together, and I need to multiply this by index context. And I'm going to put both of these fields into brackets to basically prioritize which calculations are done first. So in this case, we will have stroke width and gap calculations happening first, then this we multiply by index context and then add it to a radius itself. So to see the effect of these calculations, we have to simply put this ellipse into a duplicator, select point mode, and use something like maybe 5 copies. And as you can see, nothing is happening. So let's debug that. Going to select our JS math, and nothing is happening because we have no data in the index context. So what we have to do is simply go to the duplicator, take the index context, plug it into the index context fields, and as you can see, we have our radial chart. And let's see if this works. And this works really nicely. So as you can see, this is very straightforward. And what we can do next is simply link the number of data points to the count value on the duplicator. So this way, we can easily specify how many data points you're going to have in your composition. Okay, so I'm just going to rename it radial chart, be more organized. And just to recap, this calculation simply takes the radius size and then it's adding the stroke width with a gap multiplied by index context. So the index context is actually doing the most work in here because it's simply multiplying the sum of stroke width with the gap by the number of copies we have in our duplicator. So we have 6 number of copies. So this value, the last one, is the result of stroke width and gap multiplied times 6. So that's why everything is perfectly spaced out. And we get to have the same stroke across all the data bars. So for example, we are dealing with 20 data points. So if I simply plug this into number of data copies, as you can see, the whole thing updates immediately. And if I play with the values, then as you can see, we've got our data chart done. Now to easily animate this setup, what you need to do is simply go back to your source shape, unplug your data, in this case the CSV layer, plug in value blend. Then into the second field, plug this data back again. Go to follows, right click, add a follow, range follow. Then select transition, put the keyframe, go to 100, and you are done. And as you can see, everything animates perfectly. And even if we disconnect the row count from the CSV data layer, change it maybe to 5, increase the size, bump up the stroke, then the whole thing plays back as before. So you can customize the look of your chart by playing with the cap style. And if you add something like index to color, then you can change the color of your data bars. And for example, I can link colors like that from the color array and the yellow in the middle. Play with the values, maybe 0.1 and this one 0.9. Add a background shape and then simply drop it like so. And again, if we go back and increase number of data points, change the stroke width, the starting radius, the whole thing animates, and you can modify the colors as you wish. Thanks for watching. I hope I explained it properly, and now you can create radial charts in Cavalry easily.